Assalamualaikum and hi. Today I would like to present topic about discussion of the AR design principles for mobile augmented reality games. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Fasehah Binti Abdullah, Senior Lecturer at Satu University College and PhD candidate at UiTM Shah Alam, as well as Head of Department Visual Communication at Faculty of Art and Design, FAD. This is my presentation outline. Introduction, issues or problem statements, mobile augmented reality, MAR games, design principles, and discussion. Introduction. Mobile augmented reality MAR is a unique creation in the game playing field between digital and real physical environment surrounding the players. According to COE 2018, new developments in augmented and virtual reality investment are rapidly sustaining growth. The survey professional respondents show that most of them are currently developing video games for AR or VR, around 39% in 2018, and that is the highest percentage among the 8 different types of content. Problem statement. However, there was insufficient research on the guidelines of the MAR game in the research segment. This statement was supported by Liang 2016. She highlighted the lack of research about the theoretical framework or the principle of AR design. Second, according to Dancer 2018, in order to create a better version of MR game design, the fundamental principle of AR design are useful and guidelines for AR designer and educators to create a quality MR games design. Mobile augmented reality games, also known as MAR games, can be shown in a number of forms such as animation, 3D modeling, and videos. For example, the Snapchat instant messaging application and the Pokemon Go game are fast becoming new trendy AR features in smartphone. According to Statista 2017, clearly that stated young generations spend more time with their mobile device. Action and arcade games becoming current trendy mobile genre have been downloaded more than 60 million times in 2016. Design principles of MR games start with Ferrer 2013 stated AR games can increase self-motivation and well-designed AR game can also have positive influence to the gameplay process. According to Pomadi and Rafi 2016, mentioned AR interaction technique offers new game experience, but it requires simple AR design to persuade the player from paying too much attention to the technology instead of playing games. Next, Huang 2012. They highlighted the current augmented reality research has established minimal guiding principles, design system, and evaluation approach. Lastly, Koratenesis 2015 clarified less of design principles and guidance of researcher and expert to design using an acceptable method. In addition, design challenge for AR designer was met regarding how knowledge could be structured and linked in a rapidly evolving the real world. This paper studied the design principles of mobile augmented reality application and games. 3 researchers have come up with the instructive design principles elements. First is Hollerer 2004. The researcher covered 5 elements of augmented reality such as consistency, control, display, space, scene dynamics, and need for embedded semantic information. Second is Koratenesis 2015, also focused on the 5 elements that are suitable with the AR, such as using the context for providing content, delivering relevance to the task content, informing user about the content privacy, providing feedback about the instructor behavior, and supporting procedural and semantic memory. However, Liang 2016, who covered 6 elements of augmented reality such as user, interaction, virtual content, actual content, device, physical or real world, and tracking. The main of this study is the discussion of design principles and approach for MR games. Beginning with Hollerer 2004, first, consistency. When using computer, user automatically can adapt the rationale of new user interface UI as long it has desktop setting. Second, control is a different with desktop user interface in which the only way for the user to connect with the simulated environment. Third, display space might be compete with variety of difficult challenge opposed to the conventional or traditional 2D interface. Fourthly, scene dynamics. The scene in a mobile and head-track user interface can be even more dynamic than in a static version. Finally, there is a need for embedded semantic information in mobile augmented reality system to exist in order to identify the user interface behavior patterns. Second researcher is the ICIRSST 2015. First, use the context to provide content and the result show strong functionality and system efficiency. Second, deliver relevance to task content and the findings show enhanced user experience UX in terms of functionality and effectiveness. Third, inform the content about privacy and the outcome show the user concern about the use of the personal data. Fourth, provide the feedback about the infrastructure behavior and it can reduce of user frustration and increase user gratification through feedback message. Fifth, support procedural and semantic memory and the results show user preferred clear and reasonable function in AR system design. Third researcher is Liang 2016. She highlighted virtual content is the important element in the augmented reality architecture. Next, the conceptual model element for the virtual such as 3D animation and model, 2D design, website, text, sound, information, and vibration. In addition, the researcher some come out with the 6 elements of the augmented reality architecture such as user, interaction, virtual content, actual content, device, physical or real world, and tracking. This is to set the limits of augmented reality and to specify the option available in the function of AR for specific activities. The final conclusion are 5 to 6 elements mentioned from 3 different researchers, and all 3 researchers highlighted semantic in information and memory and the usage of providing task content. The significance of this discussion is to identify the basic potential elements in design principles of mobile augmented reality. This finding will assist junior AR designers or beginners and educators in implementing fundamental elements in design principle during the early stage of the design process. In this research, I used 3 main researchers as my reference. Okay, that's all of my presentation. Thank you.